Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting you from important matters, but you're the only one who could talk some sense to these hotheads. Having an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much, your subjects called the guards. But what can they do about Lady Valerie? Plus, Eveld hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I can put them in jail. Valerie? Explain yourself. Pat looks down ashamed. I humbly beg your forgiveness, Eileen. I failed to control my temper and besmirched not only myself, but you as a leader. You are a little too hard on yourself, and you need to chill the fuck out. Theo casts a burning glance at the man's fist in the sophisticated town accent. Unfortunately, I was provoked. Eveld the Silvertongue. The man catches Valerie's glance and gasps with indignation. Is that so? So it's, forgive my manners, Your Grace. Allow me to introduce myself. Eveld Silvertongue from Brevoy. It's a pity we meet under such circumstances, but this, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, halted my performance, and embarrassed me in front of my entire tavern. Would you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? Valerie is apparently trying to control herself, but telltale red spots flare on her face. I noticed that someone pinned a disgusting pasquinate next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feather. That's abominable insolence. I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? Is that so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in return. When I came to her with gifts, begging her to become the muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. And now, the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. What shall I do? I'm but a slave to my inspiration, which is sent to me from above. Eveld smoothed down his hair and adds, and while we're on the subject of my poetry, it's really not that bad. Eveld, did you really write a magazine about Valerie? Eveld clasped his hand to his chest and said, forgive me. Who would I be if I stooped to such low attacks? I won't deny that the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this feather brain? Of course, in the face of justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say what this pasquinade was devoted, the sad position of the arts in these lands. Forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. He's a dick. But honestly, Valerie, you overreacted. Valerie grows pale, her lips tremble. Gathering her strength, she almost pushes the words from her mouth. My apologies, Eveld. Eveld turns to the girl with a triumphant look, about to say something, but stops when he sees her face. I'm fully satisfied, Your Grace. I have no more complaints about Valerie. That's nice. You let some steam off and work things out. At least now I can let you go. Hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your Grace, I'll go too, but keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has gotten into her, but she's not herself lately. At first she just snapped, then she started getting into fights with everyone about stupid things. Now she's dragged this bard out of the tavern by the collar. I'm afraid it might come to real violence. Fuck, Valerie, what's going on? What do you mean she hasn't been herself? She got defensive. Can't say a word to her. We've been careful around her since the captain runs a finger across his face meaningfully. I'm close to ordering the lads to keep an eye out for her in the streets to make the common people's lives a little calmer. You think Valerie could hurt someone? I want to say that. The Valerie I used to know would never harm anyone without good reason, but the old Valerie seems to be gone, so I don't know what to expect from her. Thank you for moving to the station. I'll try to help her. If I were you, I would talk to the storyteller. One of my lads saw Valerie arguing with him. I have no idea how anyone can fight with such a harmless elf, but she did.
Follow my lead.
Poor Valerie.
I know the way. Time's not waiting.
Captain Guard said you had a fight with Valerie. Alas, this is true, believe me. I didn't want to fight. My full curiosity wounded Valerie's pride. I will apologize to her first chance I get. What was the fight about? I asked Valerie if she still had anything related to the Eternal Rose Order from back when she was a novice. An innocent question, but she took it as impudence or insult. Please don't blame her. I'm to blame for what happened. Do you think she's been acting strange? What can I say? We're not that close. She has no interest in the things that matter to me, and I prefer the world of ancient heroes and old legends, not the fuss that's all around here now. So I don't have an answer to your question. But I do know those who consider Valerie a close companion might be hurt by her words. Yesterday I talked to Lindsay, and when I mentioned Valerie, I heard sorrows and tears in her voice. Maybe the Tireless Chronicler is having a tough time for the very same reason as you honored me with your visit today.
I'll go ahead.
I gotta deal with. Have you noticed anything strange about Valerie lately? Lindsay lingers, then sighs dully. I had a fight with her, a big one. Well, I want to talk to her about the best way to describe her hair color in the book, and she said my book is trash, and I'd be no better if I busied my time with... I won't even repeat it. Kaku should hurt you like that. Yes, I mean, wait. I wasn't hurt, it's just... Oh, it doesn't matter. To be honest, Valerie hasn't been herself. She's usually polite, though she can be cold at times. But now it's like she's changed. It's all after, you know, after she got that scar. Talked to her before. She wasn't very nice that time either. She's gotten so spiteful after she got hurt, though she keeps saying she doesn't care. Just don't leave without me. Of course, I would just write whatever you tell me, but if I want to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd be sleeping through lectures in the academy. Alright, Valerie, we gotta have to have a chat. First, I gotta sleep.
All according to plan. I know the way.
Valerie, we need to talk. You've been acting strange lately. It's about the part I've apologized to him already, as you demanded. Then you had a fight with Storyteller and you yelled at Lindsay. Storyteller, what business is it if I have anything left from the order? Does he imagine I'm still carrying around Shaylin's Radiance faces as souvenirs for Lindsay? She knows full well how her constant babbling about her book irritates me. Captain of the Guard said you were taking it out on random people, so the Captain of the Guard thinks I'm incapable of carrying out my duties to you and your subjects? Perhaps he should change his armor for a judge's mantle, if he's so ready to declare such verdicts. Why did you think the passing in the entire answer was about you? What else could it have been about? The scribbler used to never leave me alone, dug my heels asking questions whenever I appear on the street, and now... Valerie stops angrily and looks away. Listen to yourself. Why all this bile? I want to help you. Valerie twists her lips, looks away, as if she wants to end the conversation. I'll wait. The girl starts talking again, her voice is soft. Please forgive me, Vilene. I understand your worries. My behavior the last few weeks has indeed left much to be desired. I don't know why I'm doing these things. Lindsay thinks you're concerned about the scar. So typical of her, superficial opinion, superficial conclusion. Forgive me, it's difficult to admit I was wrong, and scatterbrained Lindsay is apparently right. The girl hesitates, lifts her hand and touches the scar face. Since it appeared, it's like the world around me has changed. Whenever I went before, my admirers, followers, and bards used to follow me around. Now it's like I'm invisible. Worse, I see how those I talk to trying hard not to look at the scar. It's like it undid me completely. Belly stops again, absently running the tips of her fingers over the ugly scar on her face. She finally pulls her hand from her face and looks at you. I've never seriously imagined what would happen if I lost my beauty. I thought my actions would speak much louder than my appearance, but now I'm having doubts in this and everything else I keep telling myself. You're letting yourself and your beliefs cover your own pain and disappointment. Let yourself grieve for what you've lost. I don't know how to be weak. This is what I was taught, the girl smiled sadly. You know, when they buried my grandmother, I didn't shed a tear. My mother was frightened for my cold heart, and my father thought this was another reason I should become one of Shelyn's paladins. But in fact, I simply don't know how to weep over something I've lost. Fatty runs a finger through her hair and sighs. Thank you. Now I know what to do. Since I don't know how to cry and wail, I'll do something useful. There's lots of people I need to apologize to. This whole quest was just... I was just talking to people.
No mistakes. Follow my lead.
Okay, there's
In
still
due time.
Alright, I'm gonna level up a bunch of people and then get out of here.